Morning, the bridge. Look, I'm really quite charged up. I mean, like any other fucking shite dad jokes? Well, fuck you, because I'm not a dad. So fuck you. Right, let's make it. These go in lots and lots of different directions, don't they, depending on what comes to mind. But as what's her name said, she goes, I love the stream of consciousness stuff, so she likes my shit, and therefore, so I don't care whether I like this or not, because I like doing it, Ken. It's just so stimulating, yes, isn't it? Yeah, more stimulating than conversations with certain people. So I'll talk to myself. So then you get gaslit, don't you, for talking to yourself, for being mad. But then when you talk about other stuff, then they gaslight you for anything that you say, so you can't win. So then it comes right back to you, doesn't it? And you actually realise who you fucking are, and you go, I'm not gonna let my sense of sense of self-worth and everything else be determined on other fucking half-baked fucking dumb individuals that don't know anything about any of the subjects that they try and insert themselves in, or try to pontificate in trying to be the smartest person in the room all the time and not letting you get a fucking word out. So therefore, because they're scared of your intelligence, they're scared of your knowledge, they're scared that you'll make them look because they're in silent competition with you. Meanwhile, you're not in silent competition with them, you're just being yourself, and then they get intimidated by it because they can't handle. I remember, incidentally, and I might have said this before, Ken, when I was sitting with, what's his name, Ken, a teacher, Ken. There's, like, I don't know why I slag off all teachers, because there are honourable exceptions, you know, like the Dead Poets Society, Robin Williams type characters. Those guys exist, right? But some of them, they've got fucking phantom authority syndrome. They think they know everything about everything. They can't handle. One of them was like he wasn't even on duty. He wasn't even on duty, and he was like talking to me as if, slow down, say it again. Slow down, because your brain works a bit slow, because you're a bit dull, because you've been around children all the time, and you've not really been out your comfort zone, because you've not really been around enough adults, so you've kind of let your brain be pulled down to second year level, okay, and that kind of thing. Anyway, it's a nice day, so forget all that negative shit, but it's not negative, is it, if you're purging the shit? Nearly purging it. Let go, that's what he said. They were saying let go, weren't they? That's what they say. They say let go, let it all go, just fuck it, let it all go. And there's nothing like a good wee bike ride to work to let it all go, is there? I feel like that's quite light today. Let's make this a training diary, right? I'll make this continue the training diary. Try and speak using words in the English language, and try and make it try and speak with a better clarity of expression than you've done before, because I do tend to blab and not finish, you know, and go in it. But what I've learned is, who cares, because it gets the shit out, doesn't it? It opens up the heart, the throat chakra, doesn't it? So you know, if somebody's watching this and they're too to be able to notice that there is actually a lot behind this, you know, then that's their problem, because you can't, you know, you don't have to speak with, like, because there's no rehearsal, obviously. I'm just speaking casually, so it's as good as it's going to be, and that's good enough for me. Anyway, back to the training diary thing. I was talking about, I had a 2-week layoff. Let's get to grips with how basically I've got the blueprint. What can I say? I've had 2 weeks off, right? And one of the hypotheses that I was testing as my own scientist, you know, just collecting data and, you know, looking down from a higher perspective, you know, that's how you get through it all. You know, you didn't get drawn into the moment. That comes with maturity and everything, isn't it, as well? But you know, lost the train of thought. What was I saying? yeah, I was testing the hypothesis. I can't really put into words. As someone else was saying the other day, he said some things are bigger than words. Try to boil something, it's just a feeling. You know, I'm there. We had 2 weeks off, right, and I was scared that I was going to lose it. And we cycled up to Glasgow, then we had a wee stomach bug, and we still cycled back, and it's still there, really a tiny bit rusty, but no really that much, so it's really quite incredible, isn't it? As I said to someone last night, I said 7 months, you know, ponder this, I was worried that I was going to lose it in 2 weeks. And I didn't really lose much. It was actually good for me, and I can actually attest to that right now as you're watching this now. I have basically, don't say basic, that's one thing I've got to stop saying. Basically, one thing that I can attest to right now is I have not lost much fitness, right? So I've been training hard since December, January, February, March, April, May, July, pretty much 6-7 months of hard training, solid training, consistent training since December, and I was worried that I was going to lose it over 2 weeks. You know, it's quite amazing that, isn't it? So it didn't take much, as I say, it wasn't dormant, it was already there, it was just a little bit, just needed to be kicked into. I needed the break, is the point. I needed the break. 6 years of hard training without even as much as I've not had 2 weeks off. Let's just cut to the chase. I've not had 2 weeks off in 6 years of training. How crazy is that? No wonder I was walking around looking like a war veteran with PTSD with dark starey eyes, you know, like that picture you've seen the meme, you know, look at this guy, he came before World War One and then after it, a bit like that, you know, and I'm not really quite, you know, there anyway, you know. So indeed I hadn't lost much fitness. I haven't lost much fitness, because what we did was Glasgow back, I had a wee stomach bug, fair enough, and I lost the power. I was quite slow coming back, but I still did it. And then we blasted it. What I did yesterday, 3 workouts in the day, an hour, because it was wet. I did an hour in the turbo, then we had another half hour, then blasted it in the bypass. And look, as I say, I'm proving the hypothesis that what Eddie Merckx said was true. Like, why wouldn't Eddie Merckx be true? What did Eddie Merckx say? He said, ride. Whatever you do, keep riding. Like Dick Van Dyke and Mike Tyson said, just keep moving all the time. Active rest. The more time that you train, the fitter you get, and then you intersperse a few hard sessions to bump it up. You can't just be plodding around like a fanny all the time. You've actually got to. But that forms the meat and potatoes of your training thing. The 80-20 rule is mostly just pottering around. So I wouldn't quite call it pottering, not quite pottering. A little bit higher than pottering, you know, but look how hard. So it's true, because that's what I've been doing every day. I've done like 6-7 days in a row since my layoff, just always riding, and it's coming back. Actually, it's a bit more than that. Bit more days than that, but it's coming slow. It's actually coming back. It's actually really quite there, because yesterday we did just basically riding every day, because I didn't have much time to get fit, but 5 weeks, so 4.5 weeks probably, something like that. So just ride every day. It's just like cramming for an exam, and it's just like we're not building up, we're just going, fuck it, 300 mile, let's do fucking 300 plus miles this week, why not? It is there, so fuck it. So I might do 140 mile on Saturday, and then Monday, why don't I cycle up to Glasgow and back just for a laugh? Can't. So my day off, I do nothing but training all the time, all the fucking time. You know, breakfast, lunch and dinner. We do a ride before it, don't we? And then we mix it all up and everything else. But I blasted it yesterday. Did a 40 miler, 45 miler at 20 mile an hour in those windy conditions. Really quite windy, and we blasted it round. And we did push it really quite hard. And we did 20 mile an hour in those conditions, which is just another thing to prove that it's still there. So it's all there to be bumped up to the next level. So what we did was, and the active recovery of riding all the time. Active recovery, just ride all the time. Ride to work, ride back from work, ride in the evening, ride an indoor turbo session every evening, at least half hour every evening. And then you get to have that conversation with the legs all the time, so you know where you're at, so you know when to lift it and when not to. You know how you feel. But doing all that active rest, recovery, it's like basically massaging yourself, because it's cheaper than a massage, isn't it? Because you're always getting, just go really low level, that gets blood moving. So that's what we're doing, 2 or 3 rides a day, every day. Maybe the odd rest day we're doing absolutely nothing. But what the active rest has done is, like, look at yesterday, look what it's done. We did 45 miles yesterday, and hard, like really hard. We really pounded it up that climb, and the other sections as well, pounded it really hard, right? And then we did a light half hour in the evening. Just just pumps you up to you're just motivated to ride all. It's just that feeling in the body, just what like you're on EPO, just what you ride all the time. We're at that level now. We're back kind of there. It's really quite cool. So we did half an hour, and then the day after, yesterday, we did three rides. And look at me today. I'm like, I've got a spring in my step. Not that I'm walking, but I've got a spring in it. I'm flying. I just like, I can feel the legs are so only one day to recover from that really hard session. Does that, because one of the tests of how fit you are is how quickly you can recover. Yesterday, what did we do? We, as I say, only one day after that hard 45 mile loop, and look at me today, full of energy, but again, the self-control. See, I mean, I can't boil it down into words. Some things are bigger than words. It's just a feeling on this day. Maybe it's the weather as well. I feel like I'm really quite ready to rock. It's like, because it's just basically like, cut the fucking talk, just fucking do it. You want to be good? Fucking do it every day. No fucking about. No, I wish I was there. No, do it every day. Just do it. Ride as you mean to go on. So I'll even do a fucking Kirkcudbright loop in the evening after working outdoors all day, and I'll still go around and do a Kirkcudbright loop 70 odd mile. Can what I mean? Like ride, full energy. Don't have to pump it hard, but just enjoy it. Put the tunes in. Can find out what works for you. And so that's quite good. I think that one of the problems was, one of the reasons why I kind of was getting a bit jaded with the training was the bit of the depression, a bit of the burnout, and the weather was there as well, wasn't it? And it was the burnout and doing it too much and everything else. And but look at us now, we're really quite enthused. So I don't see why we can't get fit in 4.5 weeks, 4.5, something like that. And because it's already there, right? Like I was saying to someone last night, I've already got the blueprint. It's just doing it. It's actually, I didn't self-sabotage either. Again, didn't self-sabotage by smoking, drinking, taking weed, going out. I didn't need to go out to the pub. It's shit anyway. Why would you go to the pub? Why the fuck would you go? Why is that a distraction? Or why is that a danger that I would be distracted? Because I've already done the aversion therapy by going out and being gaslit by witches telling me that I needed therapy for going woo. So fuck the pub. They've done a great job. Thanks to all those witches for gaslighting me, because I'm obviously no welcome in the town. So fuck them. I'm bigger than this town anyway. So I'll go out in the countryside and live it up on my bike. That's way more of a party than going out to some shitey, dank little pub full of drunkards with folk with issues, and they get up and go. Why do I need to be around that fucking shite? I'll be out training, living it up. Every ride will be like a party, so I don't need to be around these low vibrational, unevolved entities that want to pull me down, from achieving my best shit. Do you like how I just brought out that kind of passion and anger came out at the end there? It was quite a surprise there, wasn't it? That's quite good, and that's what I've got to do with myself, innit? Surprise myself, But I'm not going to be going out drinking 10 pints, having boring shit conversations with folk that were sitting on their backside in COVID and doing fuck all but watching the news. It's like exaggeration, but just use the Abraham Hicks contrast in order to bolster me in the sense of, I consistently was doing shit, so fuck being around negative folk that want to downgrade my achievements and take the piss out of me. And I'm way beyond all that bullshit anyway now, because I'm doing it all the time. So if you want to fly the eagles, didn't hang about with turkeys, you know. There's another one. Didn't hang about with certain evil, toxic family members, and stay away for that shit. You know, folk eating too many mini rolls and watching Netflix every night with no fucking social life, and they're not going to the club, they're not doing the Zumba class, are they? And all that crap. I'm doing it all the time. So I need to be around that negative shit, and folk that didn't appreciate me flaunting my muscles. Well, as I said before, maybe I'll laminate. I was talking about this last night. Get that picture of my legs, get it printed out on Christmas cards, and send them out to people. You know, just Photoshop with some tinsel and stuff, and say, you know, Happy Christmas, baby, that kind of thing, you know. And if they've no sense of humour, then that's their problem, you know. Get to the gym, you know. Increase your brain power and your thinking, you know, just your level of, you know, raise your level by doing exercise. You know, I'm not one of these guys that guns about try to promote exercise. Do what you want. I'm not interested in being that guy. But folk that are pull me down, then I'll be like, maybe you need to get into the gym. You know, maybe, you know what I mean, clear the foggy head, that kind of thing. You know, I will say shit when I'm pushed into a corner by folk that know fuck all about the stuff that I'm interested in. And as I said to Lewis Martin I didn't say it to Lewis Martin, but Lewis Martin, I think, acknowledged that when I put a little 30-second clip of my live thing where I was saying, you know, I said, you know, about my sister, where I said, you know, if they didn't respect me, why should I fucking respect them? You know, I was saying, any weight loss tips, message me, you know, with a signed card, Christmas card with that picture of my legs, that kind of thing, you know what I mean? If they don't respect that, I'm quite misunderstood by certain family members. It's quite funny. It's really quite funny, because I'm like the one that's the most chilled out. Again, that's what ignorance, that's what exercise does for you. It chills you, it gets rid of the foggy head. But yet you're viewed, when you flex your muscles, as aggressive or something like that. How fucking ignorant are you? You know, they haven't elevated their heart rate past 100 in about fucking 20 years. So how would they know about what it's like to feel like chilled and zen and, you know, calm, clarity of mind, clarity of spirit, you know, focus, you know, see things clearly, relaxed, get rid of anxiety, all those sort of things, all the benefits of exercise. But some folk probably elevate their heart rate beyond 100 just by being stressed at work. Well, if you want to be less stressed at work, do some cardio, they get to the gym. They'll get to the gym and they'll spend money on their gym membership, but they'll no fucking go. So do an exercise that you enjoy, you know, like, you know, lifting the hand to the packet repeatedly to open the packet of mini rolls, to eat that, to become fitter when I'm getting fatter while I'm getting fitter, right? That kind of thing, right?